So a little bit about myself. My name is Josh Vatran. I'm 36 years old. I've been at Southwind since I was 8. It's about 28 years. A lot of my life has been in this church, and I was raised in this church. Now I'm building a family in this church. I have a wife, Kristen, who also has been part of this church since she was in high school. And now we have 2 kids, Landon and Riley. And now I'm raising them in the church, and it's just an awesome process on how this kind of God has made this work out. And I'm loving every minute of it. So back when I was in high school, the pastor then was Robert Hatch, and he had a huge influence in my life because he kind of just took me, a couple other guys, but me specifically under his wing, and we just bonded really well. We connected, and what that did for me is that really got me to know Christ a lot more because of how he interpreted it, how he taught me who Christ is and who I should live my life through. So when I was 15, I don't think I really thought about a future. It was more or less in the moment, in the present. So my plan for the future, it was about junior year when I decided that I'm gonna try to go into being a chef. My dad kind of pushed it. It was something that I thought would be what I needed to do. Hey, I love to eat, and cooking was one of the things that I grew up with, having traditional Romanian parents. They cooked all the time. We never went out to eat, and it was just something that I was really just grown up into. And so to me, that was the only thing that I really wanted to be a part of at the time. So by the time I became a senior, that was the thing that I was really just going for. And I left and I went to a college in New York, Culinary Institute of America, and I did 2 years there. But that whole process of me in high school trying to figure out what I wanted to do kind of took a little bit, and it wasn't just a clear plan on that's what I wanted to do. There were a lot of things that were jumping out, and it was, most of the things that jumped out were just things of kind of an imaginary feel to it. It wasn't anything that was real. You know, to be honest, I don't even know if it was the thing that I prayed about as much as I probably should have. There were times that I think, hey, you know, God, you have control. Let's see where this goes. But it wasn't a thing that I was constantly praying about, that I really just needed to give to him. So realizing now, you know, I graduated culinary school in about 2003. I started my own restaurant for about 10 years, ran that. And then right around the time that I kind of ended that in 2014, and then I also jumped into construction at kind of around the same time. I look back and realized that family made a huge difference in the things that I was doing. It wasn't just me anymore. It wasn't just about the things that I wanted to do. It was about living for others. And when I kind of lived with that interpretation of my life, I realized that that's who I needed to be in living for Christ. And it wasn't just about me anymore. And the thing is, about being a chef and doing those things was about me. It was about what I wanted to do, how successful I wanted to be, and how much money I could make. But then I realized that I had a family, I had people to take care of. I had to really change my perspective on life. And it's kind of, I wish that whole perspective was something that I had in high school, that I could look back and really say, hey, am I doing the right things for my future wife, for my Christ, or am I doing things just because that's the best thing for me? And I kind of wish I kind of went back, and again, I was challenged. And I wasn't challenged enough, and I think if I was challenged, I think my decisions would have been different. There's a lot of moments that I've experienced God in my life. One in particular was the birth of Riley. We found out we were having a child. There were a lot of moments in that time. A lot of scary moments, a lot of great moments, a lot of moments where it did lead me to have a stronger faith. When this all happened, there was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of things that were going on that I didn't know who to talk to, who to trust, or who to really lean into. And over time, it's been greatly known to me now that it's Christ that I need to lean into. So during these hard times, the verse that always stood with me was Isaiah 41:10. And I'm gonna read it. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That verse always kind of stood with me about it's him I need to really be in tune with and be focused on, and not to fear anything else of the world, but to really just trust him.